Dear shining family, as we close this gathering with the presence of the Star Mothers, the divine source of love, we open our Lemurian vessels to the world. I ask you to take a soft, deep breath and relax your body. Close your eyes. And take this journey with us in your Lemurian vessel of light. Who you are, who and what you came here to be, a vessel of light and love, a temple to the divine. As you follow your breath softly in and out, feel the space that we've cleared this weekend for you to hold more of that light and to recognize yourself as the source of divine love, the connection to that one source through your heart, your soul, your DNA, and the Star Mothers who are always with us, and they celebrate your activation, your remembrance, your reawakening. They celebrate each one of you, your reawakening. Breathe into that. Celebrate each one of you. Say yes to that. Breathe into that. And allow the space that we've created here inside of each one to continue to expand, to hold more light, to hold more love, more sacredness, more magnificence, more sacredness, more. Feel yourself as that beautiful temple. Your physical body as that beautiful is your vehicle for your beautiful, radiant soul. Your physical body as that beautiful as you move through this dimension and the multi-dimension, connecting with the souls in this room in other forms as you move through this dimension and other lives, connecting with the souls in this room in other fields of play, in other lives, letting yourself feel the family of light, letting yourself feel the family of light.
As you sit in the chair, you feel your physical body as you sit in the chair, and it is like a garden. You feel it is the soil, physical body from the earth, and it is like a garden. And in this garden, it is the soil from the earth. There can grow beautiful, and in this garden, and the seed was planted a long, long time ago. And the seed was planted, and through the journey of time, long, long time ago, and the seed was buried through the journey of time, long time ago. Seed, but the light of a new dawn, a new sun shines on this creation of a new dawn, and through the quantum tendrils of energy, the light of a new dawn, feel this, and through the quantum tendrils of energy, the light of a new dawn, feel this, and through this, and through the quantum tendrils of energy, the light of a new dawn, feel this, and through this, and through the quantum seed in your heart blossom. Feel this, and through this, and through the quantum seed in your heart blossom, and open wide, and the fragrance of your soul begins to emerge, and it fills the space around you, and it fills the space, and teardrops of joy fall from the Star Mother, and teardrops of joy fall as they celebrate this awakening and your becoming, as they celebrate this awakening, and they hold you in their arms with the love that only the mother of a child can know, with the love, and they hold you in this embrace as they support you, hold you in this embrace in your becoming, as they support you in your becoming, as they support you.
And part of your becoming is the interweaving of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Your becoming is the as we do here right now, of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, as we live a new walk in our place of seeking balance in the world. We begin by seeking that balance within ourselves. Bring your awareness to the place in your body called your spine. Bring your awareness to the place in your body, and let your mind's eye envision spiral of DNA wrapped around that spine, clockwise. And then another spiral wrapped around counterclockwise. This is the masculine and feminine, bringing balance to the human. This is the masculine and feminine, in the physical to the human, in the spiritual and feminine, and the emotional bodies to the human, in the spiritual and feminine, and the emotional. Let the star mothers help you find this, help you keep the star mothers. This balance, help you find this, help you keep. As you take the steps forward in your life, this balance, help you find this, help you keep. As you take the steps that will bring that life closer and closer to you. As you take the steps that will bring that life, you begin to acknowledge that there is a balance. As you begin to acknowledge that there is those DNA spirals, begin to acknowledge spinning with joy around your spine. Those DNA spirals, begin to acknowledge spinning with joy around your spine. Lemurian spirals, begin to acknowledge spinning with joy around your spine. Lemurian spirals, begin to acknowledge spinning with joy around your spine. Lemurian spirals, begin to acknowledge spinning with joy around your spine. Your divine feminine in each person. This is the blessing from the star mothers who teach us so lovingly. This is the blessing that we can and we do, who teach us balance ourselves with these teachings, that we can and we become self-balancing masters with these teachings. As we move forward, we become in the light balancing of their loves. As we move forward in the light of their loves.
And the seed grows strong, and the light shines brightly strong, and like the trunk of a tree, branching off its arms and growing tender little leaves with blossoms, branching off its arms. You know, you contain everything. The tenderness of the child, the love of a mother's embrace, the strength of the Father, the love, the Son of creation, the earth below you, the wind around you, the water, Son of creation, and the fire to the earth below you, the wind around you, the water becoming the vessel, and the fire to the earth below you, the wind around you, the seeded gift, the water becoming from the mother, and the fire to the earth below you, the wind around you, the seeded gift, the water becoming from the mother, and the fire to the earth below you.
Greetings, dear ones. I'm Cryon of Magnetic Service. Greetings, dear ones. I'm Cryon. I speak to the listener for the next few words. Greetings, dear ones. I'm Cryon. If you've discovered this message on what you call social media, this is channel number 6 of a series of 6. And it's planned to be the 6th one. There's 5 others. You may not find them on the social media that you found this one on, but they exist all together in another place. It is December 22. In the year you have designated 2017. I also give this channel a date stamp. 2017. And it's important that you understand, listener, that this is simply a piece of a larger puzzle. I want to continue with you just for a moment. The teaching from the Pleiadian mother, the star mother. It was 2 days ago when we presented the circle with the 5 spokes. At that time, I gave you basic elementary information that the children would be given. We told you that the children often decorated the center. It's because they had no idea what the center was. We told you that the children often... Sometimes they'd even put a light in it. It's because they had no idea what be a candle burning either the oil of the fish or the tree. And they called that the sun. Burning either the oil of the fish or the night, it looked like it. Especially in the circle that represented the solar system, they were indeed told about the solar system. They were indeed, but when they got to be 13, that all went away. But when they got to be 13, they begin to discover that all went away. The space, they begin to discover. Now we're going to give you some information that we did not give you before. Now we're going to give you some information. It's not that important. It's just that we want you to visualize this for yourself. It's just that we want you to perhaps even remember what the wheel might have looked. Perhaps even remember the circle on the ground might have looked in 2 dimensions. Circle on the ground. What it really might have looked like. Then slowly we're going to count the spaces. The wheel part. The circle part. The wheel part was thick. The circle part. Fat. Was thick. It represented 1/3 of the distance from the outer to the fulcrum or the middle. 1/3 from the outer to the spokes. Or the middle. 5 of them. The fulcrum or the middle represented outer 1/3 to the middle. spokes, 5 of them, and the hub represented was the remaining third to the middle. Now, if you draw this, you will see the hub really was quite large. So anything that would have been put in the middle of it would have been quite small compared to the space in the hub. For those of you who took the time to draw a circle and put 5 spokes on it, the last channel I gave may have seemed puzzling. You see, there's only 5 spaces between the spokes. Let's talk about the 6th space. Not before we remind you of the sacred geometry. That those of you who understand this will see. You're used to geometry being in straight lines. The 5 spaces, if you color them in, represent a very, very strange kind of triangle. You see, the bottom of the triangle is curved. You have 5 triangles which are unusual because the bottom is not a straight line. 5 triangles which are unusual. The definition of any curve is infinite numbers of straight lines. There is a message even within the space's shape. 5 of them. Where is the 6th space? And the answer is the hub. Where is the 6th? That's number 6. Now, to a child learning it, they would never see that. They're not taught that. That's number 6. The women are taught that. Now, to a child learning when the gender teaching has split, the girls begin to study the spaces and they begin to be identified. That which is invisible, as I've said before, that which is difficult to understand, and the reason the women get it is because they're going to need it to teach the sacredness that they're going to hold of advancement of a relationship to the center hub. Even the children are taught the center is God. Even the great central sun is God. And that the great circle, that place around its circle, is like that place around its circle. And from the beginning, they see something. First of all, it touches, and from the beginning, they see some of the spokes. First of all, it touches, and from the beginning, they also see that there is no beginning or ending of life. They also see that there is no, no matter how long they study life. They also see that there is no, no matter how long they study life. They also see that there is no, no matter how long they study the teaching, even of that which is of circumferentially study the teaching, even of that, even that of circumferentially study the teaching, even of it says that even that of circumferentially no beginning, no end. Even of no, even of you don't want to talk about yet again the no beginning, no end. Even talk about yet again the hub. The hub is beginning to show itself. Those spokes, they go both ways. And again, you have the teaching that there is no directionality on any of the spokes. You see, there's no proprietariness. They all connect to the center, and the center connects to the outside. Remove one, and the system is weak. So the hub is not the end all. The hub is not the power center. It is simply the center. Advanced teaching says that all the wheel is connected in such a way that it is one. The spokes, the outside and the center all vibrate at the same level. Therefore, all things are centered. There is then also a teaching that in the middle of each spoke there is a separation. Those who would make the wheel out of wood would create different kinds of wood for the spokes so that they would change color in the middle. And the advanced teaching began to color in the wheel. And the reason why there was a separation in the middle of each spoke, a name for it. Duality and free choice. This is what would then separate instead of bring together the outside. This is what would then separate directions instead of bring together. Basic teaching began to separate the human beings, even with the circle of life, would have to cross the separation between the spokes. It had to be breached. There was something there that was not then given to them by God. It was something they had to do. Belief, free choice. There was even an exercise where they would start coloring in the spokes fully instead of two colors. And in graduation, they would have the spokes all one color. Some of you will understand this, some of you will not. Meaning that they had a full connection, both directions, with the hub and the outside. They were one with everything. Now, where are you? Where are you in this system of teaching? So profound is it in the symbolism of it. Even in the gematria. The gematria is that a system in the Hebrew language which hides in its own sacred geometry. Gematria is what it's called. The Hebrew system itself has some of the seeds of the sacred geometry of the wheel. There were even prophets that were Israelites that saw the wheel in the sky. Ezekiel saw two, one within the other. This teaching in Lemuria went to all cultures. It went to some of the most basic belief systems on the planet. Where are you? Can you envision Something as simple as this kind of teaching and as complex. Something as simple as what we're going to do next. Something as simple as this kind of teaching and as complex. Every once in a while, you read the next with the audience. Something as simple as this. Three of you right now here sitting in front of me are in a certain state of depression. Three of you right now here sitting in front of me. I know your name. Are in a certain state. I'll say it again. Three of you, not the one you were born with. I know your name. I know you. I'll say it again. Three of you, not the one you were born with. And I want to tell you something. I know you. I'll say it again. You're waiting for someone to clear. And I want to tell you something. To get out of that hole that you've dug for yourself, for someone that is so black and so dark. And I want to tell you something. To get out of that, I want to give you some dug for yourself. I want to give you some information right now. So dark. From the other side of the veil, I know your name, and we need your light. From the other side, you are a light worker. I know your name. That's the reason you're here. You thought perhaps by now it was clear after 3 days, and perhaps it has not. That's the reason you're here right now. I want to take your hand and pull you out of the hole right now. I want you to see light and feel joy. I want you to see the chills and feel the chills you haven't felt perhaps in weeks as you've been in this awful, ugly hole. I know you. I know your name, and it's time for you to come out. We need your light. Do you hear this? Need your light. And slowly, as you climb out of it, you will then have, with free choice, revelation of who you are. You may even start to remember the childhood where you giggled a lot, or you ran. Even with the parents who didn't care. I know who's you. You still have that childlike attitude. You understand play. Let's return to that. It is your choice. You can break the color in one of the spokes right now and fill in that color to be complete. Two-way communication from spirit to you and you to spirit. Spirit to you and you to spirit. One of the reasons you're in depression is because you won't let yourself see the majesty of your real name and who you are. 14 of you came here with health issues. There is a beautiful thing in physics that winds itself around your DNA. Something that has been taught this very day. That what the star mothers gave you in birthing and seed planting wasn't an odd number of chromosomes. You have 24. And number 24 pair is one of the spaces because it's invisible. It is quantum. Proved that DNA in science, when present, can change the spin of an electron in a quantum field. And only another quantum element could do that. That's DNA. It is multidimensional. It is hooked to the source. It is ready to go. It doesn't have to be activated. Only your belief has to be activated. Color in the spokes. That's what you're waiting for. I don't want to step on any process that says activating DNA. But that actually is a misnomer. It is activated. It is ready. It lays there. It's there. Literally. Ready for you to clue into it. Attune to it. Reframe your ideas about it. And become what it is. What it always has been. 14 of you. Did you know that everything you may be experiencing right now that you are concerned about, that you think may be shortening your life, or you're worried about what it is, all of the things, all 14 of you can be reframed and cured and restored with the consciousness of compassion and oneness in your minds. Without a physician, without exotic substances you call drugs. You do it yourself. This, the pattern, the template, spontaneous remission. You've seen it. Why do you doubt it? Why do you assign it as a miracle of God? Why do you never claim it? When it happens in a hospital, there should be a party. Songs around the bed. Congratulating the human for doing something advanced. And everybody ought to look at it and say, there goes me if I want it. There goes me if I want it. Hooked in to what is possible. Instead of something that happened from beyond, whether you deserved it or not. You deserve it. That happened from beyond, whether you deserve it. I know your names. I know who you sit here, there are others who are continuing to wonder who you are as you sit here. What are they supposed to do? My partner had an inkling based upon a question that was asked him during the break. My partner had an inkling, and so he looked up something I was going to channel, but he got it in advance. He always does that. So he looked up something I was 2 years ago, January. We gave an interesting channeling with a very interesting name based upon everything I've been telling you. And the channel was called 5 in a Circle. And it talks about how human beings task themselves, what they choose to do, and the types of thing they do. Whether they're introverts in spirit or extroverts in spirit, whether they're meditators, whether they're tree huggers. And it goes around, and one of them is all of the others. And it talks about the incredible variety of what humans do with the peace of God inside them. And the entire reason they're in a circle is the same teaching of the Lemurian mother. That is this. Anything that is sacred and you're feeling your peace of God is accurate for you. You don't have to compartmentalize it. That's for linear school. When they look at you and your parents say, well, what are you going to do? You got to choose something, a thing that you're going to be for the rest of your life. This is how you grew up. Adults used to look at you as children, what do you want to do when you grow up? And you had many choices. But only one answer would be acceptable. If you said everything, they would say, okay, little person, we'll see. Well, some of you are doing everything. And I want you to know that that is perhaps one of the most advanced things you could be doing. You want to compartmentalize yourself and say, well, I race around and I do a lot of things and I'm no good to anybody because I'm fragmented. No, you're not fragmented. You're not fragmented. You're a multitasking God. That is advanced. I hope you can reframe some of the ideas you might have as a human in an old energy that are starting to come out and be seen in a whole different way. In an old paradigms are here that are starting to come out and be seen in a whole different way. All of old paradigms are here. They're starting to come out and be seen on stage, listening, all of you, and on the seats in here are still filled with residuals poor self-worth here are still crawling out of this hole of the past. Fully expect this hole of the past. Termination of the planet. We've said it before, there are for only one reason, that's all the information you've ever known. Termination of the planet. That's what you got when you were born. One reason you've ever known. It's gonna end. It has to end. When you were born. And all of the prophecies and the wars told about it in an older energy because other civilizations had gone through it and you were there too. How does it feel to have gone through the end 3 or 4 times? And then to wake up here, what are you going to expect now? The end. And it's a residual that hangs in all of you, to the point where it touches you every once in a while and says, I wonder if we're going to make it. I wonder if we're going to make it. Things will change on your news and you'll say, we're not going to make it. Not understanding that the new paradigm is starting to show itself. Massive change in ways you didn't think, including the catalyst that is here, which was putting a stick. You think it's stirring and seriously putting a stick in everything you think is cherished and stirring. That's the only way it's going to change. It's got to be stirred. It's got to be stirred up. Some of it's got to be broken. I've said this to you before. This is a repeat. If you want to know what the future is bringing for your country, you are on the cusp of having a failed country. It doesn't usually last much longer than 200 years. Look at the elegance of Rome. Look at the elegance of Egypt. It only lasts so long before human nature takes over. And then it gets broken and stuck, and then it fails. What you have going on right now is a rewrite, a reframe, big stick going in all directions. That is the only thing that will let you, in an elegant way, without a stock market crash, without total failure, just restructure, just reframing, just picking up pieces and building something different, modern, that works. These are all things, dear ones, that have been carefully given to you because the love of God has come from the hub, the middle, space number 6, and is starting to invade. A good word. When the wall starts to come down, you call the veil, and it starts to get thin. You get an invasion of light. Light is more powerful than dark. The yin and the yang is no longer equal. Light starts to come forward. And some are scared of it. It's not the same as before. Things are not working as smoothly as before. 14 of you are worried about your health because of an old energy thought, the things you've been told. Perhaps some of you have seen those who would tell you what's wrong, And they also give you the prognosis based on an old energy model. Not understanding that light is here and is starting to invade you in a way that is going to help you understand what's next. You've got to do this. What's next? You've got to do this. Self-worth. The last thing. Self-worth. It'd be a great time for you to start accepting. That what you feel is a paper tiger. It's false. It no longer is accurate. It is a residual that is very strong. A residual that hangs with you because of what you've been through also. Think how long you might have been here. Because if you were on this mountain, think along how many civilizations, how many steps, how many times have you been shot? How many times have you been shot? How many do you know still closet like they don't want to come for? How many do you know because they'll come out of that in their closet is to die just like you are in a paradigm in time where light is seen, understood, accepted, where it is going to be part of society, also human starting here will eventually spread across this planet. Starting here will eventually spread across society, continent, always been sick. Before with energy, water, health, even that which is a consciousness that will control by itself human population growth. You'll be smart enough to figure it out instead of thinking that it simply runs rampant because humans have no idea why children are being born. That is low energy. That's coming. Feeding the planet. No problem. That's coming. All with wonderful technology coming from light workers. And those who start to awaken, the three of you, we need your light. We need your light. The 14 of you, we need your light. That's the reason we want you to stay. There's no reason not to. It's inappropriate and it's not in your magnificence. That's the reason we want you to feel the way you're feeling. The rest of you, I want you to see physically the darkness that is a residual that has no place in the magnificence of Lemuria. No place here. And I want you to see it flushed away. No place in the magnificence. Flushed away. Doesn't belong to you. This is a new age. It is part of the shift that was prophesied by so many ancients. And here it is. New age. It is. This is not a cry-on thing. This is a world thing. And it is happening. Just tune into your news and see it. Integrity starts now. Tune into your. Don't keep that darkness. There's no reason for it. Leave here differently. Leave this island differently. Look back on it and remember this homeland. The original homeland. This, the island, the mountain of Mu. And so it is.